Hey guys, welcome. It's Tuesday, Scottie the Trainer Tuesdays, and I am Scottie the Trainer. I told you that for the next few Tuesdays I was going to be talking about characteristics of a champion. I believe you are a champion. Last week I talked about the first characteristic, which is champions find a way to get things done. How many times in your life, in my life, has our back been against the wall, but we found a way to make something happen? That's a characteristic of a champion. Check out my video last week. You'll be able to hear all that I said about that. But let me give you another characteristic today. The next characteristic about a champion is the ability to maximize a moment. Champions have the ability to maximize the moment. I don't know what your sport is, or even if you like sports, but there's a term in football called the Hail Mary pass. So that normally means that the offensive team is down to the last moment, and quarterback's gonna drop back and toss the ball into the end zone, and everybody's going up for it, offense and defense. It's the Hail Mary pass. It's a team trying to maximize the moment in order to gain the victory. You know, if you go back to studying the 6-time champions, world champions, the Chicago Bulls, back during the time when Michael Jordan played, Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches of all time, especially for that era, Scottie Pippen was playing then, Dennis Rodman as well. And when you look at their championship, there was something about their ability, all 6 of them, their ability to maximize the moment. How many times in the last few moments of a game did Phil Jackson take that little chalkboard and begin to write on it? And somehow at the end of that writing, it was a play designed to get the ball in Jordan's hand, so that in the last few moments, he could hit a fadeaway, maximizing a moment. That's what champions do. You and I, being champions in our own life, have to be able to maximize a moment, to understand when it's time to ask a question, when it's time to ask for help, when is it time to keep your mouth closed. Even in the Old Testament writings, you'll find these words in the book of Ecclesiastes. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time to dance, there's a time to mourn. That whole Hebrew writing is about being able to maximize a moment. Some days, let's just be honest, you just don't feel it, you just don't have it. People ask you 1 or 2 questions and you just don't have the answers for them. Then there's other days they can ask you 100 questions and you got them just like that. You know what to do. You're feeling it. You're going forward. You know what to do. That's when you're able to maximize the moment. Some people call it making the most of your day. Champions understand what it is to maximize the moment. Let me bring it home with this little story. There was a fisherman one time in the Bahamas. He had fished all morning, and now he was sitting up against a tree under the shade, just relaxing, enjoying the day. Here came one of the rich boat owners who came walking by, and he looked at the fisherman and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" The fisherman said, "I'm relaxing." He said, "Why are you relaxing?" He says, "Well, I caught plenty of fish today. I've caught my fill. Now I'm sitting in the shade, enjoying myself." The rich man looked at him and said, "Why aren't you out there catching more fish?" And the fisherman said, "Why do I want to do that?" He says, "Because if you catch more fish, you can buy a bigger boat." The fisherman said, "Then what?" He said, "Then you have a bigger boat, you can go out into the ocean and do deep sea fishing. And you can catch a lot more fish, different type of fish, and make a whole lot more money." And then the fisherman said, "What will I do then?" He said, "Well, then you'll have enough money to buy 2 boats, maybe 3 boats, and start a whole fleet." The fisherman said, "What will I do then?" He says, then you can run your whole fleet and you'll be making a lot of money. He goes, huh. And then what will I do then? He says, well, then you'll have a lot of money like me. And he says, what will I do when I have all that money? He says, then you can sit down under a tree and enjoy your life. The fisherman looked at him and said, that's what I'm doing now, man. What was he saying? I don't have to do one other thing to maximize this moment. I already have what you're trying to tell me I need to do to get what you want me to have. I already have it. You're a champion. Maximize your moments today. You say, Scottie, how will I know it? Deep inside. I had a professor when I was in college who used to say, you'll know when things are right, deep in your knower. You'll know when the moment is there. You'll know when you're supposed to give that word and when you're supposed to keep your mouth shut. You know why? Because you're a champion. Champions always maximize the moments. Don't miss your moments today. Moments of motivation, inspiration, and education. It's Tuesday, and I am Scottie the trainer. That's how I see it.